Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank. Today I bring in the ECOFLOW. It's a portable power station, 288 watts, backed up lithium battery with three 600 watts, peak 1200 watts, AC outlets, and LED flashlight, clean, silent. You could actually power it up with solar panels, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, and we're also going to demo it too. So this could be used for anything out there. If you're going to go camping for quite a while and you need electronics or you need power tools out in the middle of nowhere, this is probably the best thing to do. Also, blenders, pretty much anything that needs to be plugged, this thing can handle it. So we're going to take a look at it and see how well it works and if it's even worth it. So my understanding that this thing could fully charge at 1.6 hours. All right, so we're gonna take a look at it and see if that's true. So right now we're gonna open it up and we're gonna take a look at the actual features that are included. That comes, you can actually download the application for iOS or Android, and you can monitor the system too and see how much flow is in there, how much you're actually transferring, or how much you're actually obtaining from the solar panel. So we're gonna take a look at it and see what you get when you get something like this. So let's take a look at it. All right, let me talk a little bit more about the little system. So it looks like a battery. It feels like a car battery, and it's heavy as a car battery. Now, this system is pretty good because if, in addition to just buying the first edition, you could actually keep adding some more additions to it. And there's another power source that you could keep adding. And I'm gonna put it here in the description so you guys can see a little bit more information. And you go, if you require more power for your power tools out in the middle of nowhere, your coffee machine. All right, first of all, we're gonna talk about what you get when you buy some of this is included. So right here, if you can see, it has two DC outlets, all right? And then you have your car input here, if you car outlet, of course. And then on top of that, let's close this guy out. On top of that, you got your USB, your fast USB charging station, and then you got USB A version, and this is pretty more like a 5 watts or even higher. And then you have your type C right here, which is going to give you 100 watts of power. Okay, your on and off button, in course, it's in your reset button is here, your flashlight in here, and then we're going to twist it to the side here. Here you got three AC outlets, 110 volts up to 600 volts. So you get three of them. In the back, nothing else. It's just a clear. But on the other side, if you guys see this is what I was looking for. So here's a couple, three outlets that you could charge this station, and then we open it up. Here we have a couple of connections here. Here on this one is where we're actually going to plug in our solar panels in here, your power outlet, and then you got a reset button, including without a fuse in there in case you ever burn it. So not bad. Now this is going to give you lots of hours of when it's fully charged. We're going to turn it on, first time turning it on right now. And as you can see, we're turning it on right now, and I don't know if you guys can see, it says 99. So right now we have 99%. It says 99 hours of power, but right now it's 30%, and there is no power flow, so you don't see any movement on there. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at how we can provide power to this system too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the other accessories that we have. All right, they give you the instructions, and these are awesome. I didn't know that. I was expecting this because I actually purchased this cable. So this cable, there's give you two different cables. This is actually to power the system on through solar panels, all right? So if you have a solar panel out there, you plug them in, you plug this into the side of the actual system, it starts obtaining power. And then of course you got your regular 3-pump connection. And on top of that, they give you a car adapter. So if you have a car that's on and you have a battery, you plug it into your car adapter, your cigarette, and you're running your car, and this will also not only charge your car, but it will also charge this battery too. So you could do it on the road, and vice versa. If you want to give power to the car, you can do that too through the battery the same way. On top of that, they also give you the DC in connections. If you guys see it, one connection goes out, the other one out, in. So you get that, and very simple instructions right off the bat. Tells you how to connect to the solar panels. You get the solar panel connections, and we're going to show you, demonstrate you how to set them up. So right now. All right, with a perfect combination, you could get this up and running in a couple of hours. So this flow with this solar panel, getting it on the ECOFLOW, it's not bad. It's very simple. You could buy the ECOFLOW comes with the actual adapter, so you're not going to have to replace it or make any changes to it. So very simple to set up. All right, we're gonna test it out. And right now we're charging it, if you guys see the line coming in. So it does make some noise because it has to cool down the battery while it's charging. And it's a little loud because of all the fans. In fact, you could feel the air coming on this side out of it. And I can show you exactly how much heat is coming out of this, while it works. But if you notice, it tells you right now it's charging up to an hour, so at 32%. We just plugged it in, it was at 33%. It went down to 32, but we're gonna go ahead and continue to charge it. Input watts, you can see it coming in. Output, this is how much we're gonna take out, but right now we're taking in. So it's like pretty much like putting gas on a car. You're filling it up. That's what you wanna do. Let's do a test sound, and if you can see, I'm gonna go silent right now. All right, so we just did the test sound. Now we're gonna do a heating test. All right, make sure that, you know, not enough, keep it in a cool area because it does require some air flow in here. It's just like a computer, it needs to be cool, but this is more dangerous. We're messing around with batteries, so make sure you have a good air ventilation. If you notice, these right here have to be open, and make sure that nothing's blocking this so it could suck in the air and blow it out and cool itself out. And I believe the intakes are in here on the bottom, and it's blowing them out through here. So we're gonna take a look, see how hot this machine gets. All right, so you can notice right now we're at 78. On the side of it where we see the hot air coming out, we're looking at 80 to 90. So this is where you have to be careful when I'm talking about not to block the side. Now let's spin it around and let's take a look at the power source where it's inputting. It's taking all the air and flow in the bottom. There's really not that much. All right, here's a heat source if you guys notice. So right now still we're getting it right in the center of the machine itself. On the side of it, and if you guys can see it, this is a hot zone right there. And we're looking at a hot zone right there, almost 90 to 80 to 90 degrees in Celsius. So it's not bad, but you just gotta keep it, you gotta keep it cool area. It cannot be maybe cover or anything like that, but take a look at it. I like the heat source. It's not that bad. It's not overheating too much. It's keeping it cool so far in the center, but the side of it is where all the heat's coming out of it. So be aware. All right, we're gonna demo this stuff here, guys. So here we have a power battery and we have a monitor here, and unfortunately I don't have a stand for it right now, but we have a PlayStation 4 with a control, and we got this one going to the monitor, if you can see it going to the monitor, and then we have this one going to PlayStation powered on. And right now we haven't turned on anything because we got to go into the side of the panel here. You guys can see it right here. It says press and hold for the AC power, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We turn it on. Now look at that, just came on right now, and we're gonna go wait for it. We're gonna crank up PlayStation. If we could get this going. Oh, we forgot to plug it in here. We got this one in here, we got this one in here, so we got the PlayStation in here, but yeah, it is plugged in, so we should be able to plug it in. Oh, there it is, it came on, so everything looks like it's plugged. Oh, it was disconnected in the back. I had to reconnect the cable. It's working now. But if you notice, the monitor, the PlayStation, it's all coming out together. And if you can see my PlayStation, so we got it all, those two are running from the actual system itself. Right now we're 100%, and we can run this for 3 hours. It tells you exactly a percentage of how much battery voltage we're taking on right now. So if you're ever gonna throw an outdoor party at the park and you want to take your PlayStation and play out there, look at this, guys. This thing could run for 3 hours, a monitor and a PlayStation, and kids having fun out there. You know, say the parents are doing camping and, you know, kids are being rowdy too much and you want to keep them entertained. Maybe you want to do something like this, or take it on the road with you on an RV. But it's really awesome. Look at this. Two of them, 2 power. You got to hold this button on to turn this on, AC power. Exactly how many watts we're actually transferring right now. we're not taking any input. It's a 98%. We still got 3 hours, and I'm updating. Of course, I'm on my wireless at home, you know, so that's another voltage that is taking on. Advertisement 3 or 4 hours on for the monitor for a TV. But this is just a monitor. It's low voltage on it, you know, lower than a TV. But then we got our PlayStation just to accommodate that, and it's right about 3 hours. So right now we're at 98%, and this thing is jamming. This thing is packing a punch. So right here we are on the EcoFlow. We haven't turned it on yet. We're gonna say plus. All right, hit the plus. We wanna make sure that we connect it to the right one. So it's asking us what network do you want to set up. We're going to connect to EcoFlow. So we're going to turn it on first. Once you put in your internet password and all that stuff, now it's setting up successfully. Network successfully connecting to device. So it's connecting to the actual device. And we're going to see a bunch of things in here. So it says finish in the bottom. All right, so guys, I tried everything I could on my Droid phone and I couldn't get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one, and you just gotta follow the steps in here. I'm gonna skip all this stuff and we're gonna log in. Automatically it came up here, and I couldn't get this, but it says that it's online. So I'm gonna go in it now and say okay for the updates, or to confirm this is appropriate. So I couldn't do anything on my Droid. It just automatically worked here for some reason. So we're gonna do some updates on this one right now, if you can see it. And it's right here, it's sitting in the back, and right now we're gonna hit this button once and you can see if it does applications. But it didn't say anything about where the actual system's gonna do, but it's supposed to show me a couple things, and you could turn things on and off. Like here, we hit this button here. Look at that. That's a flashlight, right? AC adapter and DC, you can control it from here. It's supposed to do an update right now. All right, well, I'm still doing update. I ended up turning it off, the program, and it picked up. So it's working. It just it's a little flickery. It was easier on the iPad than it is on the Droid to set up. So if you have an iPhone, you're probably not going to run into this kind of issue. But I had a lot of problems with this one doing it on the Droid. But it seems like it's doing its job. It's updating. We're at 21%. But let's go ahead and continue with the review. So this battery is not bad, and it takes about an hour just to charge it to 100%. That's the beauty of this thing. So if you guys like stuff like this and you want more details on how to put this in solar panels, like I demonstrated, you can add solar panels to it, other additional stuff. Right now we just did a little small demonstration of how this works. So if you guys like stuff like this, let me know, and make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and we're out.